Hey, welcome to the third Velocity Studio tutorial. Today we'll talk about switch tracks, transfer tracks, drop tracks and tilt tracks. Either way, let's get started. We start with a new coaster. We name it like that. And we add a new track of that coaster. Like here. Now we have a first section. We will simply make it a station as always, like that. And we can extend it with a new section, and I'll just leave it as it is. But we will make it a launch and we will make it a transfer track on the special type menu. Here we can adjust the wait time, the hold time, and we can make a launch. I will make this one negative and give it some force like that. Why negative? You will see right up. I want to recreate kind of this. Now you see we have a switch track that goes 5 meters to the left. If you want it to go to the right, you simply move that to a negative number and there it goes to the right. I'll just make it to the left for this tutorial. And we extend it on the back with a spike. We go into the piece mode, make a curved track. Now it will say it has a rollback, but that's just because it can't calculate the launch speed currently. And we make it to like that. And if we freeze it now, you see a car. It's a little too long. I might have to adjust that. That goes right there, gets launched backwards onto the spike, and now it stops. That's why we have triggers. We select this track piece and add a trigger, and we call it a transport off trigger. We move it a little to this. I think that position should be okay with that train length, and I'll just make it a 4-car train. And what we also need to do is we need to find out the ID of the track we want to turn off. This one, that's this section right here, not this one, that has a section ID of 1. So we go over to the triggers, select this one, and we select the ID number 1. What this does is, if we freeze it again, we can wait a second, and now if it launches back, it doesn't get decelerated again because the launch is turned off. Okay, now going on with you can also place multiple triggers on one track and change the triggers here. I'll just delete the second one again. And if you want, you can now make this section here a launch piece with positive speed, like that. and again some force, and make it a little longer. I'll just keep it like this. And now we can extend it and build our layout here. Force editor will be in the next video. I said that so many times. Okay. I'll just leave it as it is here to explain the other switch track movement types. And now we have a coaster that moves right there, has a switch track, launches backwards, and launches forwards. Perfect. So what was here? Yeah. The wait time is how long it waits until when the train is stopped, how long it waits until the track moves, and the hold time is after the track moved right there, how long it waits until the train is launched or dispatched. But we can also create different sections, not just switch tracks. We also have drop tracks. So now if we add another piece, file and this. So now if we have a station and another piece, we can also make this piece a drop track. If we make it negative, it will move the track up. If we make it positive, it will move the track down. I'll just make it move the track up, and it kind of works the same as the other ones. Or the normal switch tracks we just did. It moves the track up and dispatches the train normally. But because this is a normal track, it will nothing will happen with it. But we also have some other modes like the turntable. This one is angle in degrees and not meters, that it moves up or down. And here you can extend your coaster, for example, at this point. Only thing is, if we now have want the length of it to be something different, that's a little easier with the switch or drop tracks, because with this one we have a really big problem if we adjust the length of it. Sadly, I'll just delete this one, and now you can extend it again. But if you have a bigger layout on that thing, just don't change your length of your turntable. I also wanted to show you the tilt track, which works like this. Now it moves upwards. I think it'll work anyways. The turntable works the same. I just didn't freeze it. You can explore it on your own if you will, if you want. And the train's too long. I'll just make it a one-car train. And hopefully this works. Yep. And it moves the track and releases the train. Like that. Okay. You can create some really crazy sequences if you want and make this break piece and whatever, move it again back to the station or something. I don't know. I want to show you the trigger options you have. So if we just take this trigger, we can not only turn the transport off, but we can also turn it on. I will just adjust this piece right here, make it like super high and make it a normal piece like that. And now what's happening is the train should run back and forth. Back and forth and back. Now that's a little lame, but we can change this trigger. Take this section and add a trigger. Change the position a little, like that. Make it again a target section 1 and make it a transport on trigger. And now if, wait a minute, I'll just select that track, yeah, that's fine. And now if we freeze it again, we can enter the POV mode to look at it, and we should go back right there, move again forward, turn on the trigger, move backwards and get launched again because we turned the trigger off, on again. Now it's off and now it should be on and launches really fast like that. And with that you can create swing launches. And what you can also do is freeze and unfreeze. Take this track, turn the trigger to a special return trigger, and now if we freeze it again, the track will go back to its original position if the train passes this trigger like this. There are a few weird bugs with that, but I think it'll be fine later on. And now it works kinda like that. So you could actually make it something like a switch track to a boomerang and create boomerang tracks. That's it for today. Force editor will be added soon, and see